Hey, what's good, everybody? It's Blizzard, man. I hope y'all out there doing well, taking care of your business, running up a motherfucking bag. You know what I'm saying? Taking care of your kids. They the most important thing in your life. Please believe that. I just wanted to say something about this Crawford and Spence fight the other day. It took me a couple of days. Sometimes you got to sit back and let some stuff digest before you say something. Because I see a lot of people speaking out, like Stephen A. Smith. I don't even want to mention that nigga name, like, with the shit be coming out his mouth. But, bro, I'm finna make a self-proclamation today. I mean that. Today. I ain't doing no more drugs. I've been off that shit. I've been off weed for about 2 months now, about 2.5 months. After like a 5-year run. Shit cost me something in life, but you get over everything you lose. And sometimes you even get better back. So I ain't really tripping off it. But that's besides the point. What I'm sitting here sharing with y'all is that, man, I'm staying off the drugs, bruh. I really am. I'm staying off the drugs. And I suggest any man who's out here trying to accomplish anything. I know it's difficult. I know it's hard. But it's imperative that you leave things alone that will cause you a sober mindset. Don't get me wrong, I may drink a little liquor or whatnot or whatever, but it'll never be to the point to where it was where I get sloppy and be, out of character or whatever or whatnot. I never really get out of character when I get drunk. I just don't be myself. And that's the point of it all. When you up under the influence of narcotics, alcohol, hallucinogens, and whatever else, bro, you are not yourself. That dude, Spence, was high as a fucking kite in that ring. A lot of people ain't noticed that. I seen one person say that on Instagram. But that dude was high. If you really look at him, if you ever was a weed smoker, anybody that's a weed smoker, when you look at them, they always have this dumb look on their face, like you just be stuck. You know what I'm saying? You be stuck. And a lot of times, man, people be up under these drugs and alcohol, and it'll make you believe that you are actually your normal self. You're not. Let me be the first person to tell you that. You're not. You are not your normal self. I can't believe this dude climbed in a ring with somebody who was completely focused on leaving behind a legacy. This man really wanted to leave his name imprinted in the boxing world and wherever else he choose or whatever other endeavors he have in life. But I know that night he really wanted to make his legacy left in the world as one of the greatest boxers to ever do it. And this dude climbed in the ring with this guy and got his ass tore up. If you relook at that fight, if you see how slow he was swinging at some points, man, it was sad, because when you on weed, I mean, like, it ain't gonna kill you. But bruh, it can make you feel like you can do some shit that you not capable of actually carrying out. And he was not able of carrying out a title fight against somebody up under some weed, man. He was not. This dude, I can't believe him, And even with myself, I can't believe myself, because like I say, it cost me something in life, and I had to learn, that it wasn't what I thought it was. It didn't make me be the person who I thought I was when I was on it. And I want to tell a lot of people, man, stay off that shit, man. stay off. I know it sound like, man, just some weed. I mean, I done heard that many times before. A lot of people done said it to me. You know what I'm saying? I done said it to a lot of people and everything. But the fact of the matter of it all is that you are not yourself. You are not the person who came into this world with a full cognizant mind of what is going on. You are not. You are up under the influence of something. It is making you believe that you can actually carry out the necessary things in life that you can't, man. You can't. You can't be out here up under mind-altering substance and believe that you're going to perform at a high capacity. It's impossible. You can't, man. You can't. And I'm so disappointed in that dude. Sometimes we can take a loss, and a lot of times all of us should be able to take a loss. But with that loss, it should come a lesson. But when you go into a situation knowing this isn't your right mindset, and you finna try to pull off something that's gonna maybe even shock or change the world, and you think you're gonna accomplish it, bruh, you sadly mistaken. I'm sorry to break the news to you, but nah, buddy. Nah, it's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. And it hurted to see him like that, because I done found myself in a situation that, like I say, I felt like I can be a fully operational person throughout the day, on substances that I felt that I can actually function on, and I couldn't. And I found out that when it was a time to where my back was against the wall and I had to really look at myself and understand my situation and the things that was going on in my life, I had to realize that was the cause of it. It really was. That was the cause of it. Sitting back smoking. I'm so happy. Look at my lips now. I'm black as hell, so my lips got to match my complexion. I'm so happy my lips done came back pink and everything. I done lost all the little residue stains that used to be on my fingers and that just went away probably like a couple weeks ago. Man, I feel like myself again. I'm back in the gym. I always been in the gym. I never stopped going, but like I go in there with a purpose now. It used to be times I used to have to smoke before I went in the motherfucker and after I came out of there. So, I really I really know what people go through when they on a substance like that. You actually feel like you need it. And that boy didn't need that stuff that night, man. And I don't understand how his trainer, his loved ones, the dude that led him out that was rapping that damn song, everybody knew that. They knew that. I knew it. And that dude walked out there like that, man, and got embarrassed. He a way better fighter than that. Am I saying would he have won? That's not what I'm saying. I don't know what would have happened if he would have been sober. But I'm just saying he wasn't his normal self. He wasn't the person that was going to go out and perform at his highest peak, on point. You know what I'm saying? And it just hurt me to my heart to see him like that, man, because he really got destroyed. That man destroyed him, man. And then he was standing there talking about he won a rematch. Bro, you need to go sit down and get yourself together. I ain't gonna lie to you. You need to go home, regroup, okay? Think about where you want to go next with your life. You done had a couple accidents. There was a lot of pressure on you that night, I know. For a lot of black men, when we up under pressure, we always find ourselves doing things, okay? Doing things that's gonna be counterproductive to what we're trying to accomplish. And that was definitely a moment where you saw that. That boy was high. He was high. And I ain't just saying that because I'm trying to make an excuse for him, but I seen that. When he walked out and I looked in his face, I say, man, he looked toasted. damn, boy, you done smoked before the fight. Like, I knew it. I just looked at him. I knew what he was on. I knew what he was on. Man, I've been smoking weed since I was 11, 12 years old. I knew what he was on. He was high. He was on that good za coming up out of Mexico through Texas, and I got dropped off in goddamn in Dallas somewhere, Houston maybe. And they shot him something. Here, boy, get on this, man. I know your nerves up there. Bro, that's the worst thing that could have happened. This man was swinging at times like he was in slow motion. And I also know that while he was up under that, I know that this dude blows was coming a whole lot faster than he actually anticipated. I know he was thinking like, damn, he ain't moving that fast, but it wasn't that. Bro, you was high. You was high. Man, I pray for him. You know, I hope he do get his rematch. He need to get back in the ring. He ain't no bad fighter. You know what I'm saying? I ain't know him prior to that, but you know, looking at some of the fights he had in the past or whatever, he get busy now. He get busy. He get busy. I ain't gonna take that away from him. I box myself, so I know he get busy now. I ain't finna sit there and play with him. You know what I'm saying? On no one-on-one. I ain't finna sit there and play with him. But I just feel like, man, he need to go home. He need to get himself together. And he need to try that again. Not straight back at Crawford, but he need to go and he need to sit down and figure out what his next fight's gonna be to redeem himself. I mean, he 2 years younger than the guy. That was another showing point. You way younger than this guy, and this man was moving like, man, he was putting them haymakers on his ass. I was like, damn, dog. Even some of the still pictures, when you look at him, I can't believe he was allowing him to hit him with them flush shots like that. That man was getting hit with some flush shots like he didn't even see him coming. Another telling point right there. So, like I said, my whole thing is like I said, you know, just seeing that, it made me reaffirm to myself that, man, I'm not smoking no more. That's the only drug I ever did. I ain't never popped no pills, no coke. You know what I'm saying? That never was my forte, my choice of drug, you know, none of those. I always smoked weed and alcohol. It usually got me too beyond myself, so I always kept that in moderation. But when I did, I made a complete ass of myself when I did get to the point where I was out of control. Yeah, man, and I'm done with it. And I think just looking at him that night, it just reaffirmed, you know, what I was saying. I was, you know, I'm back in a situation where I ain't really got to worry about being drug tested and everything like that. So I was feeling just recently like, man, maybe, you know, get on there and keep it moving. You know what I'm saying? But after seeing that, that was damn near like the gods was talking to me. You see? Yeah. But that's all I wanted to say, man. Y'all have a beautiful day. I'm here to pick up my son from school. I know he's gonna be excited to see me. His mama usually come get him in around this time, but yeah. Y'all have a good one, man. I love y'all. Football season finna kick off. This is like Christmas time for all men. Man, and y'all enjoy y'all day. Peace.